Infinite Frontier is the new status quo for DC Comics. DC Future State was a potential future for the current timeline, and this, The Infinite Frontier, is the canon storyline for DC currently. For the sake of my channel's purpose, I will be covering this issue to explain exactly how things happened, or how things got to the point they were in DC Future State, and where they'll be going inside Infinite Frontier. Opening with some absolutely stunning artwork of the verse in general, we pick up where the events of Death Metal left off. Wonder Woman is in her god form she fought Bat Manhattan with, aka the Bat who laughs with the powers of Dr. Manhattan. Don't question it, it's a long story. She hears a few individuals talking to her about her endeavors in how she saved the entire verse. One of them even claiming that she has rewritten the entire multiverse, which is now infinite. One of the voices even claims the book of Oa has been changed, which is a pretty big deal. Wonder Woman is having problems comprehending what she is seeing because she isn't used to having this new perspective on reality itself. She turns to find the Quintessence, which is a god-level team-up of the most powerful forces in the entire verse. Upon this council of gods is the Wizard, the guy who gave Shazam his powers, the Spectre, aka the Wrath of God, though it's unclear whether he is bound or not, the Phantom Stranger, Q's favorite cosmic space-faring jobber, Hera, the Greek Olympian / old god, and the new god leader, Highfather. All of the Quintessence recognize her actions as the person who ended the tampering of the time stream and her role in the newly opened Omniverse. That much was clear. They offered Wonder Woman a place amongst themselves on the panel of protectors, this hero high council, which I might add is not as good as the villain high council. Wonder Woman was flattered by the offer, but still declined. She fears that the universe needs her protection in a more hands-on way. She is also concerned of the warnings that she got from the Hands. They were the family of Perpetua and had claimed that another threat was coming, something bigger, something worse. This upsets the Quintessence, but they saw no threat coming. The Spectre decides to show Diana the truth of the matter. Together they teleport away to her home island, where a young new hero attains the mantle of Wonder Woman in her absence. This still isn't enough to convince her that they would be safe without her. Diana and the Spectre take trips across reality as the Spectre tries to convince her of her people's ability to defend reality without her, including a newly reformed Titan's Tower, amongst other places, including the reveal of Alan Scott being gay. And also potential threats that they should warn about, including the threat of that the Spectre believes the new Superman is. It appears the Spectre does not trust the young John Kent whatsoever. I'm not even kidding, there's like 2 whole pages of the Spectre pulling a Sinestro and trash-talking John as he fights a creature that uses time and space to attack everyone and thing. John lunges into it and saves him as Diana tries to convince the Spectre otherwise, but he isn't having it, even though he tries to save it by finding it within its lost time or something along those lines. And the Spectre continued, Jonathan Kent is not Superman, and he must never be. We then jump to Arkham, where as usual shit's going down. Bane is already dead, he was Jokerized, and it seems the Scarecrow is to blame. As usual, Batman's going to do everything possible to bring him down. The real question is, who cares about typical Tuesday Bat shenanigans when we are dealing with the new infinite multiverse and the protectors of it? We then transition from the fear of Scarecrow to Will of the Green Lanterns as we move to Jon Stewart and Simon Baz, who are quote-unquote babysitting the young teen lantern Kelly Quintella. She's the young girl who found a gauntlet that's very reminiscent to Chrono's power gauntlet. While they are piloting the ship, she is getting the education of the history of the Lantern Corps, as well as its notorious enemies. It appears the universe has come up with the idea of a united planets, or like a new government that should rule over the known universe, or at least our universe. This places the Guardians in an awkward place since they rule and have always kind of placed themselves as the rulers of the universe, so it's kind of weird to see what's going to happen as a result of that. So they're on an escort mission to deliver Kelly to Oa, the base of operations for the Green Lanterns, before this meeting of the United Planets, and then attend it. If you've seen any of my videos on DC Future State Green Lantern, I believe we have an idea of how this meeting goes. Spoiler alert. You survive. Transitioning over to the idea of hope with Barry and Wally West, the Flashes, we find out what the Flashes have been up to, and it turns out that Barry specifically has been up to helping President Superman run the Justice Incarnate that overlook the new multiverse. They have been studying the formation of the new multiverse, and Barry is going to leave our Earth to help deal with the Elseworld planets that are out there. Most specifically in Earth Omega, which is the furthest away in the current Omniverse. Wally asks him, but what will the world do without the Flash? With pride in his eyes, Barry turns to Wally and says he's the Flash now, and that he held the mantle before so he can do it again. They shake hands, and they race off to enjoy their time together before Barry takes off into the new multiverse. We come back to Diana and the Spectre, who are debating on whether the verse is safe enough, and Spectre wonders if this is the cost that Diana spoke of. Diana believes that this is a good thing, not a negative one, as was foretold. The Spectre grows frustrated with the resistance Wonder Woman provides, as everything is in order, and even if things are changing, everyone is okay and there's nothing to worry about. Diana eventually asks to be brought back before the Quintessence. Diana denies the chance to join the Quintessence. She never has been one to watch things, and continues on saying that all the Spectre did was remind her of how exciting it was to leave Themyscira when she first became Wonder Woman, comparing this moment to that one. She says she welcomes the journey into the infinite frontier as she did the last time. It's unclear if she shed her godhood, but she rejoins her friends back on Earth, leaving the Quintessence to question her judgment. But our tale isn't over yet. As the Quintessence ponder if Wonder Woman made the right choice, Harris says that she will still lead them in defending existence, whether she knows it or not. The threat she worried about had been contained, and that together with the Quintessence, there is no threat they cannot control. However, they are very intrigued and concerned for this Earth Omega, as the Flash called it. Then, it happened. Die! Highfather, the Wizard, Hera, and Ganthet are all immediately impaled through the skulls by dark tendrils from behind. The Phantom Stranger and Spectre look on in shock as the villain's monologue begins. The villain claims that this is no new beginning, but the ultimate end, the last chapter. The Phantom Stranger and the Spectres were the next victims to be impaled before they could fully react to the situation at hand. The villain continues on saying that his new true form exceeds their original state, the one before the first crisis. As they crush the neck of the Spectre, they continue on saying that the lower beings of creation should remember their deepest, darkest fear, even if this multiverse is infinite once more. They will bring its finality. For Darkseid is, and Darkseid is the end. It appears our new infinite multiverse won't have gods and protectors outside of its heroes to defend it. The tyrannical reign of classic Darkseid has returned. My next video is going to be a theory video on a variety of things that occurred inside this story. A lot of things intrigue me here. That being said, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, Lanterns. Later.